Sarge 1911 here, and join me in just a second as I whip out my big 10-inch. All right. Welcome to the hideout. We're going to talk about something really big today. But first, thank you for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. If you have not, please do. Click that ringy ding and get your notification. Click like if you like it. Share it with your friends. Have a good time with me. Enjoy it. Make some comments back and forth, and let's all learn from each other. Check us out at sgt1911.com. All right. My big 10-inch. That's what we're going to talk about. But me being Sergeant 1911, you know, it's not 10-inch. It's a 6-inch long slide. That's right, long slide 1911. We're going to have a look at it and talk about it just a little bit. Dan Wesson Bruin 10mm 6-inch slide. Barrel length is like 6.3 inches. The length of the gun itself is 9.7 something inches. Just damn near 10 inches. It is a beast in 10mm. You know, and we'll discuss that just a little bit more, but I really want to take a look at this gun. This is the Bruin, and yes, they have a newer model called the Kodiak, and I'm going to try to point out a few differences, but I do not have one, so give me a little leadway there. But right now we're talking about the Bruin. This one here, 6-inch slide, Dan Wesson, got a bronze colored frame on it. It is an awesome handgun, awesome looking handgun. You guys know from some of my other videos I like Dan Wesson's, and we're going to go outside in the heat of the day and light this one up a little bit and see if we can get some smoke coming off of it. But let's start down here to the barrel. I'm gonna get this slide back. I don't have a look at that barrel. If you look at it, it's got a match grade barrel. If you look how it's got a crown in it. See how it's cut there? It's got that beveled crown in it. Now what's that going to do? That's going to keep me from getting any damage. I'm going to show you real quick with a pointer here. That's going to hopefully keep me from getting any damage inside here to the rifle, the lens and grooves in here, and hopefully keep me an accurate handgun. We don't want to mess those lens and grooves up. It does have a barrel nut down on the end, but I'm going to close the slide and look at the barrel nut just a little bit. Got a little bit beveled edge on it. Nice looking handgun out there. The front sight, if you look at it, it's one of these little fancy LED looking deals, green. But look how long it is. Look how long that thing is there. Now, I see, does that help you any? I see it's got a dovetail on it, so this could be changed out if you don't like it. I think it's fine. I'm not really keen on these little plastic sight things in there. They're all cute and everything, red, green, different colors. I like a good steel front sight post. This, it does have that, so you could replace it with something else if you didn't like it. Look at the top of it. We got some texture, and it runs down the side of the top. Now we all know that's to keep the glare off the sight. And now while we're looking, I want you to take a look, and for the life of me I can't remember, there's other Dan Wesson model that's got this shape of the slide. It's not rounded, it's not squared, but it's kind of got these angles in it. And I can't remember which one of it is. It's one of my other videos, and I'm not going to drag it out. Can you see what I'm talking about there with the shape of the slide itself? How it's got like an angle, flat, and an angle. You know, if it was cut on the underside, it'd almost be octagon. Does that make sense? I hope it's making sense. Anyway, we got just a little over 6-inch barrel on it. We got a nice set of adjustable rear sights. Let's have a look at those. They are adjustable. Now this thing was designed to hunt. It's not a target pistol. This is designed to hunt. This does not have a rail down at the bottom. Now I don't have one, but I think the Kodiak, being an almost identical pistol, except it does have a rail down at the bottom with only one position on it, so it's not much of a dang rail. Why would you want one? I don't know. I think they probably just discontinued this model and made a Kodiak with some slight changes so that you'd have to buy something else. This one does have serrations in the front and the back. And I believe the Kodiak does not have serrations in the front. Like I said, you guys can fact check me on that. I don't have a Kodiak. I've just looked online, kind of looked back and forth, and those are some noticeable things I see different. The only other thing I see different is, look, we have a safety here on this side for a right-handed person. It does not have the ambidextrous safety on this side. And I believe, I could be mistaken, the Kodiak does. So, and it's a nice oversized safety. You see it where you can get your finger on it there? It's got plenty of beef to it. It's got some meat to it. The hammer, nice little hammer on it. It's kind of short and bobbed off flat. Look at that. Now, why did they do that? I don't know. Did it make any difference? Oh, it might have cost you $10 more, but I mean, it is kind of neat. Cuts into the beaver tail real good there. It's got a very large beaver tail, so you're not going to get any bite. It's got a nice memory bump. It's got some checkering back here on the back. It's got checkering up here on the front. It's got a very long, solid one, but it's also what, you know, it's not going to be a short trigger. It's not going to be a medium. I'm going to say it's long by just visually looking at the distance there. So it's got a long one on it. It has G10 grips that kind of remind me of the Springfield Emissary. Almost a hand grenade look on it. You know, it's a nice looking pistol. Now, one other thing that I can look at right off the bat, we're kind of rounded here. We're not rounded enough that I would want to call it rounded or call it something like a fastback, which I think those things normally got a lot bigger round on them than this one. But this one is not squared off. It's rounded a little bit. Magwell is not opened up enough there for me. I would like to see a nicer magwell, but then again, we got to remember we're talking about a hunting handgun here. This is not a carry gun, not anything else, but you know, it's a Bruin. Now, where Bruin is supposed to be like a brown bear. I'm gonna be honest with you, would I carry it brown bear hunting? As a backup gun, yes. Would I carry it as a primary hunting, something to hunt a brown bear with? No, I would not. Would I hunt a black bear with it? Yes, I would. You know, my backup guns or my primary handgun when I'm talking about brown bear is going to be a 44 Magnum. I got to have the horsepower. This thing, you know, they come out with these things and, you know, and I hope somebody does fact check me here. I don't think it was in the 80s, 83, 84, 85, somewhere in there. And if you guys can go back, if you were young enough or old enough, or remember when they had a big shootout, some bank robbers out in California took on the Los Angeles police and just smoked some police ass out there. They had, you know, people down, shot up everywhere, 2 or 3 guys just walking down the street with body armor, and the FBI and all these guys finally decided they want to move from 9mm and 40s to the 10mm. The 10mm is about the same projectile as the 40 is. Matter of fact, you use the same die set to reload them, so the projectile is going to be the same, but you got a little bit more pressure in there, so it gives you a little bit more thump, but not near as much as a 44 Magnum. So, you know, I don't know. I think the number one thing is if those guys would get away from the Glocks and get something that would handle something else like a 44 Magnum or something, that you're talking horsepower. But then we'd have the liberal crew going out there, why do you need something that big? The authorities are saying we're outgunned, but you're not willing to step up and buy a good gun, so you're no longer a gun. You're going to stick with your clocks and your 9mm clocks and your 40 clocks. And in my opinion, I think the 40s are about going anyway. I think about the only people who shoot a 40 anymore are law enforcement, and even, like I said, a lot of them have gone to 10mm. But we're talking about this one. I think it's a bronze color. It is a stainless steel. It is bronze. You know, I'm gonna check out the trigger on it. That slide is pretty strong. It's got a pretty good spring in it, and it should be. It should be for that bullet going down range. But let's give it a couple of trigger pulls. If this thing's gonna work. I hadn't used it in a long time, something we hadn't been doing, clear. All right, let's see what we can do. Ready. Ooh, at a 3.11. You know, this is gonna be nice. I'm really excited about going out and shooting it. I have not as many 1911s as I've dealt with in my life, very rarely do I ever get an opportunity to shoot a 6-inch. You know, a friend of mine, I went and visited one, he had one. I wish I was shot at things, just didn't work out. We didn't have time. Next time, you know, if he has to sit there and watch me, I'm going to shoot his 1911, this 10mm 6-inch, and he can just, I don't know, maybe I'll let him shoot mine. But anyway, I have been kind of drooling over one of these since then. I did see one up in Colorado at a gun store. It was a Remington R1. Did not have an opportunity to buy it. I did find this one and pick it up. It's, I guess you call new old stock or something, unfired, been phased out. But what we're gonna do is go outside, and I'm gonna try to not adjust any sights at all. I'm just gonna try to go out there and maybe shoot, I don't know, 3 or 4 magazines. It did come with 2, and I got a box of shells. So if you guys will be patient with me while I reload some stuff and everything, we'll just go out and hell, we may shoot all of them and everything. It's hotter than hell out though, but you know, it's never too hot to go out and smell a little powder. So let's go. Okay, everybody, we moved outside to hide out. We're out at the range. Bear with us. It's hotter than hell out here. Everything's steamy and wet, and I got a towel, and everything's kind of slick and wet, so we're gonna do the best we can do. The Dan Wesson 10mm 6-inch barrel Bruin. We're gonna try it. You know, I'm kind of excited to shoot it. It's take a good look at it. I don't know what I can say about it other than booyah. I mean, it's nice bronze colored. It's stainless with a bronze coating, G10 grips, adjustable rear sights, nice cool green looking front sight, oversized safety on this side, long trigger, nice checkering front and back, just an all-around well-built looking, nice featured 1911 with a match grade barrel. So what we're gonna do, these 40s, if you'll remember, these 10s and the 40s are the same size. They're smaller than a 45, but they got a little bit more horsepower than the 40s. So we can get one more, I think we get one more round in a magazine than we normally would with a 45 ACP. Not a lot, and they are, you know, I think I'm shooting like 180 grain full metal jacket, so we're not shooting that 230 grain cannonball that I like to shoot, but this has got a little bit more speed to it. You guys know, I'm not telling you anything you don't know there, and if you don't know, make a comment and let's talk about it some. So let me go ahead and put this here in protection on. Like I said, this thing was built for hunting, so it should be in that pretty accurate handgun if I can make it work. This magazine's got the little round plastic thing on there, which you can take that off if you want and make it fit flush. All right, let's just shoot a big bad guy first and see what happens. Let's shoot a little bit something smaller. Let's see if I can hit something real small. Oh, I got a problem. All right, I'm gonna keep the weapon safe, pull my ear plugs out, and I'm gonna show you right here. I'm gonna turn this way and keep a handgun. If you'll notice what the problem is, the slide did not go all the way forward. Now hopefully, I can just bump it like that, put it on safe, and let's see if it'll fire. So we got a new handgun. That's the first couple rounds of it. We may just need to run it a few times. Let's see what happens. Ran them without any hiccups. Oop, got the magazine. Let's see what else. Let's see if it runs any better without anything. I'm gonna let it go home and see if it goes all the way. It apparently did. Safety goes on. That safety would not go on if it wasn't all the way in battery. So let's try again. Ran them flawlessly that time. Let me go ahead and drop this magazine out. Like I said, it came with 2. While we're standing here talking about it, I'm gonna go ahead and put a few more rounds in it. I don't want to bore you. I tell you what, just go off camera and I'll reload. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and one thing I wanted to point out, these bullets were shooting at 180 grain full metal jacket. Look at them. They're not really round nosed, are they? They're almost like a dang wad cutter. So, you know, we could have had something that maybe would have fed just a little bit better, because we got that corner there instead of a nice round nose. So I'm not unhappy with it. Just give us one hiccup on one round, especially an unfired gun. So let's load them up again and see. Let's try again. Like it. You know, the recoil on it is very manageable. I'm gonna say it's right in there with a 45. It's stiff. It's not any stiffer than the 45. We got a little bit more weight on it. We got a little bit longer barrel on it, so we're gonna compensate for some of that recoil there. It is a full metal gun. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm enjoying it. I don't know that anything I would do to improve it. Now, happen again. Let's see if we get to go forward again. Yep, there it went. That's it. We ate some more. So out of 32 rounds, we had 2 of them that the slide did not go all the way in battery. And like I said, I'm gonna believe that is due part of it to this funny shaped nose of that bullet there. Not bad. I'm happy with it. Do I like it? Yes, I do. Will I carry this hunting? I'm sure I will. You know, truth be known, I've been fortunate enough to take several white-tailed deer with a 1911, and I always take it with a Springfield range officer. I may switch. I may try this, back up, see if I can get to that 50-yard mark where I can pop, you know, a paper plate size target consistently at 50 yards, 60 yards, 70 yards, and see, and I'll do it supported. You know, we're hunting, we need to make ethical shots, but the Bruin, Dan Wesson Bruin 10mm 6-inch barrel, in my opinion, man, I like it. Way to go, top notch. Till we get to shoot together again, you know what I'm gonna say? Shoot safe and shoot straight. Hooah.